accueillir Poetry of Jazz. Please welcome Poetry of Jazz.
Alors, merci sincèrement à chacun et chacune d'entre vous aujourd'hui pour être ici. As we all do whatever we can to return to some sense of normality after the past couple of years, attending a concert like this one can do a lot to kind of nourish the sense of connection that's often been missing since March 2020, c'est-à-dire la connexion avec la musique, avec les musiciens qui la jouent, et cet après-midi avec les mots que notre musique portera à vos oreilles. We're called Poetry of Jazz because we strive to bring two kinds of poetry to our audiences. The poetry of the music we play, first of all, the interactive, creative poetry of jazz music, and the poetry of the new words I've written for a whole range of jazz repertoire. Vous pouvez lire ces mots et écouter des enregistrements que nous avons faits sur notre site web, poetryofjazz.ca. And with no further ado, let's get into our first song. The year was 1928, and an operetta called The New Moon had just made its debut on Broadway in New York. Deux chansons ont duré de ce show, Lover Come Back to Me, et celui que nous allons jouer maintenant, Softly as in a Morning Sunrise. The plot of the opera was quite melodramatic, sur un jeune aristocrate français qui appuie secrètement la Révolution, s'enfuit à la Nouvelle-Orléans pour échapper à la police et tombe en amour avec une belle jeune femme là-bas. The original words of Softly by Oscar Hammerstein II were about that love, but they expressed a lot of bitterness. Et c'était chanté à un moment dans le drame où le héros perdait l'espoir d'être avec un jour sa bien-aimée. My reinvented text for Softly as in a Morning Sunrise, which Sienna will sing for you, carries forward the idea of deep connection with others, but looks at that as part of a play of opposites. La balançoire sur laquelle nous nous trouvons tous lorsque nous dansons avec nos proches. Softly as in a Morning Sunrise.
Softly dancing like sunlight off me, lying in my bed. Or they have crossed me, or they've completely lost me, or they just struck me oddly, getting inside my head. People say it's too costly, watching the morning sunrise with a love that can haunt me, or that can thrill instead. But I just tell them, watch me, you can see right or wrongly, let it all move across me, just give me daily bread. Your words have fallen calmly, glancing like sunlight off me, lying here in my bed. Or they have crossed me, or they've completely lost me, or they've just struck me oddly, getting inside my head. All the people that cost me, watching this morning sunrise, with their love they can haunt me, or they can thrill instead. But I just tell them, watch me, you can see right or wrongly, let it all move across me, or give me daily bread.
Pour introduire mes collègues, Sienna Dahl à la voix, Mark Nelson à la batterie, Matthew McConnell-Enright à la contrebasse et Gary Schwartz à la guitare. Fast forward to 1930, and the only song still remembered from a 1930 musical called The New Yorkers, and that is Love for Sale by Cole Porter. La comédie musicale raconte l'histoire d'une riche bourgeoise qui a une liaison amoureuse avec un propriétaire de boîte de nuit qui pratique la contrebande d'alcool pendant la Prohibition. It was written for and starred the great Schnozzola, Jimmy Durante, who actually wrote 5 of the songs in the songbook. Toutes sortes de situations se produisent dans la pièce. The couple escapes from the police. They go to the bootlegging factory. Il y a un meurtre à un moment donné. But for some reason, it was that one melancholy tune, Love for Sale, sung by a street worker during a lull in the action, that endured. Les paroles originales ont provoqué beaucoup de controverses et la chanson a été bannie de la radio pendant de nombreuses années. But they actually stood the test of time much better than many of the old standards from the Great American Songbook. Pourtant, lorsque j'ai commencé à expérimenter avec la possibilité de nouveaux mots, ce qui est ressorti is the idea that love, with a small l, is usually hyped as the highest valued human emotion, a bit like it's for sale, actually. Mais l'amour avec un L majuscule, that is often overlooked in all the hoopla about small l love. And I wanted the uppercase version to be featured in this song, Love for Sale.
Love for sale. All the very best things for sale. But one thing I must say, real love is not at play when love's for sale. Love is frail, with its many dances and veils. Can't put it on the block like some poor penny stock, 'cause love is frail. Some people make light of it, it holds no appeal. Some people take flight from it, say it can't be real. But love's at the heart of it, the end and the start of it. Will there be all in the end? All the way to comprehend it all is love. Love's for sale. It's a very sad, sorry tale. No sense, we've had enough of the superficial stuff when love's for sale. nothing's for sale. But one thing I must say, real love is not at play when love's for sale. Love is frail with its many dances and veils. Can't put it on the block like some penny stock when love is so frail. Some people make light of it, it holds no appeal. Some people take flight from it, say it can't be real. But love's at the heart of it, the end and the start of it. Yeah, the real in the end, all the way to comprehend it all is love. Love, 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 love. And it's a very sad story tale. No sense we've had enough of the superficial stuff when love's for sale. Whoa, 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 love's for sale. Love's for sale. Love's for sale. Love's for sale.
Merci beaucoup. 10 ans après la sortie de Love for Sale, Natio Herb Brown, the composer who wrote the books for Singing in the Rain, Babes in Arms, and other great musicals, a écrit une chanson pop qui s'appelait You Stepped Out of a Dream. It was incorporated into a movie, Ziegfeld Girl, the next year in 1941, and it played behind this iconic scene of Lana Turner walking slowly down a grand staircase as Tony Martin, the leading man, sung the song to her. Lana Turner l'a jamais chanté elle-même, mais dans la vraie vie, chaque fois qu'elle était dans un club ou un théâtre où il y avait des musiciens, l'orchestre jouait You Stepped Out of a Dream pour accompagner son entrée. But that was then, a very different time, and the original words sound very dated and almost comically sugary sweet now. Could there be eyes like yours? Could there be lips like yours? Could there be smiles like yours, honest and truly? Les nouvelles paroles que moi j'ai écrites pour la chanson évoquent une autre image, regardant à l'intérieur plutôt qu'à l'extérieur, at the wisdom that sometimes seems to float down from somewhere up there and settles into our hearts. You stepped out of a dream.
To show me what you've never seen. Good eyes like yours, so could there be lips like yours? Could there be smiles like yours, honest and truly? You stepped out of a dream, bringing me all the news of what all this means. But can I hear your voice as clearly now? show me what I've never seen. Not about a night or day, not about work or play, or about what I say. But when I feel lonely, you stepped out of a dream, bringing me news of what all of this means. But can I hear your voice as clearly now that I am too out of a dream? Oh, I'm out of a dream, and you're out of a cloud. Yes, I'm out of a dream. Out of a dream.
À part des pièces comme celle qu'on vient de jouer, qui ont des mots existants que j'ai remplacés, I've tackled a number of other tunes that have never had widely known lyrics, like our next number. Joe Henderson, le grand saxophoniste ténor, a écrit Recorda Me quand il n'avait que 15 ans. Ça veut dire « Souviens-toi de moi » en espagnol. And the theme of memories seems to have been an important one for Henderson. Much later on, he'd do a number of tribute albums that became quite famous, honoring the legacies of Billy Strayhorn, Miles Davis, Antonio Carlos Jobim, and George Gershwin, among others. Et dans ses enregistrements, State of the Tenor, il revisitait le format du trio sax, basse, batterie, exploré par Sonny Rollins plusieurs décennies avant. Things clearly made an impression on him and became a part of his artistry, the remembrance of them shaping what he did as a musician and a composer. Mes paroles, les premières dans notre répertoire en langue française, regarde la mémoire par un angle différent, comme un prisme à travers lequel notre clarté et notre confusion, nos perceptions et nos fausses perceptions se manifestent. Recorda me. Mark Nelson à la batterie. Duke, I'm not getting much monitor over here. If you could just look into that. The composer Jimmy Van Huysen and his lyricist Johnny Burke were sort of the Lennon-McCartney of their day. They wrote hit after hit and created more jazz standards than almost any other songwriting team. But beautiful. Here's That Rainy Day. Imagination. It Could Happen to You. Like Someone in Love. Polka Dots and Moonbeams. Many, many more. L'histoire derrière la chanson de Van Huysen que nous allons faire maintenant est que le comique Phil Silvers, Sergeant Bilko himself, though this was in 1942 before he played that role on TV in the 50s, Silvers a rendu visite un jour à Jimmy dans son bungalow sur le terrain de la 20th Century Fox à Hollywood. He purposely timed the visit for when Van Huysen's lyricist, Johnny Burke, was out because he wanted to propose a surprise birthday gift for Burke's wife, Bessie. Silvers et Van Huysen ont écrit Bessie with the laughing face. Et ils ont chanté ça avec grand succès lors de la fête d'anniversaire de Bessie cette année-là. It actually became a kind of act for them whenever they were both at a party for a female birthday girl or gal, and they'd adapt the name for the honoree each time. À l'une de ces occasions, ils ont changé le nom en Nancy pour la fille de Frank Sinatra, âgée de 2 ans, lors de sa fête d'anniversaire, and Sinatra broke down and cried when he heard it, assuming the tune had been written just for his little Nancy. Sagement, personne ne l'a jamais corrigé et Sinatra a enregistré la version la plus célèbre de la chanson en 1944. As soon as he did, Van Huysen signed over all of his royalties for the song To Nancy, qui a peut-être contribué à lancer sa propre carrière musicale 20 ans plus tard, and she'd eventually have a hit of her own called These Boots Are Made for Walking. But the lyrics for Nancy with the laughing face haven't aged all that well. If I don't see her each day, I miss her. Gee, what a thrill each time I kiss her. Et j'ai donc ressenti le besoin d'une mise à jour. Et ma version, it talks about the type of person we meet maybe once or twice in a lifetime who has a completely transformational effect on us, no matter how long we actually spend with them. Nancy with the laughing face.
She always looked at me like the future. So many dreams I thought would suit her. They disappeared without a trace. In Nancy with the laughing face, she was a sight to behold and treasure. But just what that meant, well, I could not measure. could spend all my time in a stupor, drunk on wondering how it would be. But then there would be Nancy, my future, in actuality. Well, she never said her goodbyes or wrote me, and I never knew the things she showed me until I woke up one day, seeing Nancy with the laughing face. It's loving a long could spend all my time in a stupor, drunk on wondering how it would be. But then there would be Nancy, my future, in actuality. She never said her goodbyes. She never wrote me, and I never knew the things she showed me until I woke up one day, seeing Nancy with a laughing face.
Sienna Dolan. À la voix. Le grand compositeur de cinéma Branislaw Kaper a écrit la chanson suivante pour un film de 1950 intitulé A Life of Her Own, which was a bit of a flop despite having Lana Turner and Ray Milland starring in it. Mais la chanson de Kaper était si puissante et impressionnante qu'un tout autre film intitulé Invitation a été conçu autour d'elle. Et c'est sorti quelques années plus tard. It was about a woman with a life-threatening medical condition who doesn't know how precarious her health is because her husband has hidden the truth from her. But when she finds an invitation to a medical conference about her illness among her husband's things, she begins to unravel the deception. Encore une fois, les mots originaux pour invitation sonnent un peu démodés aujourd'hui. Wherever I go, you're the glow of temptation, glancing my way in the gray of the dawn, and always your smile holds that strange invitation, and then you are gone. Et donc, mon texte réinventé parle de comment, in our often tumultuous lives, there are points of clarity that sometimes take the form of a call, an invitation, you might say, to some higher purpose.
Hard to convey when the stones are unturned. years away on the sea of our dreams. Clouds in the sky cover the line supreme. The harbor by day where all our names are seen. But when the sun, now almost done, careens straight out of the sky, the darkness descends, soft as a sigh, pure in times away, into our hearts and the thoughts without end, clear as a drum, our invitation has come. Our feelings betray only what they have learned. When we've been hurt, thrown in the dirt, and burned. So hard to convey when the stones are all turned. But then the call to give it all slowly returns. Slowly returns.
During the golden age of Hollywood, the movie studios would sometimes let songwriters pitch their tunes directly to their stars for possible inclusion in upcoming films. C'est ce qui s'est passé quand Sammy Fain s'est présenté un jour chez Doris Day et lui a fait écouter sa chanson My Secret Love. She was bowled over by it and did the recording that made the song famous live in one take before it went on to be a #1 pop hit after she debuted it in the musical Calamity Jane. En fait, j'aime les paroles originales, mais je sentais quand même que les mots pouvaient en dire plus, et j'ai fini par écrire sur comment, if we know ways to access and listen to them, we have guiding forces within us that can reassure us when it really counts the most. My Secret Love, with a lovely duet between Sienna and Gary to start it off.
In my journey through the night, through seas of drama and delight, there is a face I've come to know. A force of healing and of light. She doesn't think of me as hers. Well, the thought has never yet occurred. Yet every time I look within, all I see in me is all understood. And as I wonder if the sky is blue, and if a single thing is really true, her smile just says these silent words. Your secret love is more than me and you.
Gary Schwartz à la guitare. Matthew McConnell-Enright à la basse. Mark Nelson à la batterie. Sienna Dolan. Michael Pensinger. La chanson Footprints de Wayne Shorter a été entendue pour la première fois sur l'album Miles Smiles de Miles Davis et a été enregistrée sur le disque Adam's Apple de Shorter peu de temps après, tous les deux en 1967. I wrote what were, to my knowledge, the first ever lyrics to the tune in the 1970s, and they underwent their first revision in early 1980 when Wayne Shorter himself requested a few changes before it was recorded for my band Bug Alley's album released that year. Avec quelques ajustements après presque 40 ans, après plus que 40 ans en fait, le thème reste le même, une réflexion sur les traces que nous laissons dans le cosmos pendant que nous le traversons. Footprints de Wayne Shorter.
These are the footprints, the light traced into the night. Hushness, the shadow that waits for your intrusion, finds that the forest is filled with its delusion, magical illusion. So now the footprints, the light traced into the night. Forest and shadows so sad in their illusion. Come to me softly and show me your confusion, their simple evolution. Led by the footprints whose light is traced into the night. So say the footprints, the light traced into the night. Forest and shadows, so sad in their illusions. Come to me softly and show me our confusion, this simple evolution. The light traced into the
Alors, on va terminer notre concert avec une chanson de Sonny Rollins qui s'appelle Olio. En juin 1954, environ 5 mois avant ma naissance en fait, Miles Davis a amené un quintet spécialement formé dans les studios du légendaire ingénieur Rudy Van Gelder pour enregistrer un disque mini-long jeu de 10 pouces. Along with drummer Kenny Clark, bassist Percy Heath, and pianist Horace Silvers, the fourth living legend in that band was Sonny Rollins. Typiquement pour Miles, il n'avait pas grand-chose de prévu pour la session, et quand Sonny lui a dit qu'il avait quelques pièces originales qu'il pourrait jouer, Miles was all ears. Rollins grabbed a piece of manuscript paper and scribbled down the melodies and chords right there on the spot. And 3 jazz standards were created, including the one we're about to play, Olio. Le titre ne signifiait rien d'autre qu'une marque de margarine populaire à l'époque. So when I started to think about words, the possibilities were basically infinite. Je savais que Rollins se dédiait depuis longtemps à la méditation, au yoga et à la philosophie orientale, et aussi qu'elle avait un penchant pour des journées de pratique de 14 à 15 heures. So I felt comfortable exploring a philosophical theme in my lyrics that can be summed up as, transitory though it is, life embraced to the fullest and kept in proper perspective is probably the most viable approach human beings can take to being here. Olio.
It's your time, tell me to get up as you please. Here's a slice, here's a knife, let the iron walk so you can see there's nothing to it. Get your hat, get your cane, there's no time to blink and make a pin in the paint. It's fine, Olio, it's the time you know, as you submit as our days. You be lady. What do you think would happen if you pass your win away like a dying flame? Do the music, the groove, the God, the time is all that's moving on through. Never find Olio. gracias, mil suertes.
Merci beaucoup. Sienna Dolan à la voix. Mark Nelson à la batterie. Mathieu McConnell Enright à la contrebasse. Gary Schwartz à la guitare. Moi-même, Michael Pinsonneau, merci beaucoup. C'est Poésie du jazz. Passez une bonne journée. Merci d'être là.
Merci d'avoir été là. Thank you.